Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day. Today is Sunday the 7th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day today. Got this morning, I got a couple things done, got the dogs all taken care of, got that all figured out. That new little neurotic dog I wasn't really too sure about, had a splendid night, everything went good. About 3 in the morning, dog decided to start barking a little bit. Got it quieted down, then again like 5 or so it started barking. Finally got to quiet down again and whatnot, so I'm not sure what it was barking about, but gave up, said held it, got up, went outside, hopped in the hot tub for a little bit, basically hung out there for a little while, dealt with the rest of the dogs, got everybody fed, all that good fun stuff. The bulldog and that, he was eating really good today, was out playing a little bit. Everybody was doing, having a good time, got across the street, got a couple things done, nothing major, just little stuff here and there. Spoke to the owner of the neurotic dog, and she scheduled time to come pick it up. Dog went home fine. We talked and chatted for a little while. Went and got my run in, got that taken care of. All that good fun stuff that comes with it. Had a couple other things to get taken care of. The bulldog was having a good day. My wife and I, after we gave back to their dog, I had my run. Went ahead and got myself a shower. We headed over to Orlando to hit up IKEA and the Container Store, whatever, and also looking for flooring. That the Orlando store at Home Depot claims they have my flooring in stock, so we stopped into Home Depot first, and they're like, well, it shows we have it, but we don't have it. They have it over on Vito. I'm like, can we call them and actually lay hands on it and see, make sure somebody has it before I keep driving here? This is the third store I've been to now that claims they have it, and it's never there. So they called around. Turns out the only thing they have is stuff that's been returned. It's on the dock. You're going to ship back to the supplier. I'm like, why ship back to the supplier? I already have a pallet ordered. There's 3 pallets of it here within an hour drive in all 3 directions of me that I can just go pick up and save you guys the shipping it back, and also cancel my order that's already there, which you guys were ahead of 15% restocking fee. So it's an extra 15% profit you guys get to clear on this thing, and just give me these boxes, you know. Plus I was told that you guys were going to, because I could pick these up in stock, the extras, there wouldn't be a restocking fee on. Especially since somebody already paid the restocking fee, it's even better, you know. They couldn't help me, nobody could help me, but the guy there was super helpful. The first one really truly took time to really try to explain it all to me. I got it all figured out, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So he was like, well, we can order stuff. I said, well, if we're gonna order, I'm gonna order to my local store. I don't want to drive back over here to pick it up. He understood. So I thanked him, said, hey man, you know, not your fault, not your mistake, and just a screwed up system you guys have here at Home Depot. And moved on, went over to IKEA, walked around their stuff, and wasn't there very long, and I realized I was ass whipped in that store. That store annoys the crap out of me. I've been to IKEA I think 4 times in my life, and just not a fan. It feels like it's one of those things where you need to have like an inside track, like to know what you're doing. Like you get turned around easily and stuff, and it's like a weird layout, and it's just everything they seem to have, like all their furniture and stuff is all just IKEA junk. I mean, it's all just particle board, glue on, crappy hinges, crappy slides, everything else, and just not good. There's a few high-end slides and some of their higher end stuff that I liked, but they won't sell us the slides. You gotta buy this whole, like, you know, giant closet system to get like 2 things of it I want. I'm like, I'm out. So it's like, now I'm good. We ended up buying a couple little items, nothing major, just little things. I bought some cutting boards I'm gonna try and use with my laser and little stuff like that. And then my wife got a couple little things, and we saw some cute little like towel hangers and stuff, but not fitting the theme we're kind of running with our house. So, and nothing was worth, like all the knobs we looked at stuff, nothing was better than we already had picked out. So didn't get much there. Ended up grabbing a couple cinnamon buns, or cinnamon rolls, I guess technically rolls there. Went ahead and grabbed a couple cinnamon rolls, headed over to the Container Store, looked around there for a little bit, and only thing we saw that she really thought she wanted that made sense, we saw some really high-end drawer closet stuff there, but the one closet was $17,000 for this closet kit that was gonna do like half my closet. I'm like, I'm not paying $34,000 to deck out my whole closet with fancy crap that's, again, particle board with just fancy looking glue on laminate. It's just not my thing. So, but gave me some ideas of stuff. I'm gonna just kind of build my own, I guess, and just buy the piece that I want and kind of put it together, and maybe get my table saw bought so I can build it out and just go from there. Which don't think I'm gonna have a saw bought and shop set up in time to do it. So we're gonna move in. I'll build my closet out later, which isn't the end of the world to do. It's just, I'd like to do it before I move in, but is what it is. I'll get the closet all painted up, get the flooring all done in there, and then I'll just come in and throw a closet in when the time comes. So not what I was after. But I got back home, basically my wife ended up making yellow rice and chicken, and it's one of her favorite meals she used to make all the time. She hadn't made it for a long time, so she knocked that out. And I ended up outside with the dogs for a little bit. I was gonna have a cigar on the way over and back, which took the truck, thought we're bringing home pallet, you know, almost a pallet full of flooring. didn't happen. So should have taken the car, saved some fuel, but it is what it is. And I decided not to smoke a cigar on the trip. I usually I'll smoke, especially dealing with Orlando traffic. I'll get a cigar to kind of help keep me a little calmer. But I didn't want to make my wife smell it, and didn't want to set the window down way back, that kind of thing with her in the truck. So instead of helping, we chatted and talked, had a good conversation, listened to some podcasts, and made a nice little day out of it, and had ourselves a nice little time. Got back here to the house. She got dinner cooked. I sat outside the dogs for a while, headed in, watched a little NCIS like we do, ate a beautiful dinner, headed back out with the dogs. So out there, all I had left was the bulldog and then Bruce. And the bulldog just seemed like he was pacing. Like he was off. He was not doing, he wouldn't settle down. He just kept like looking for stuff. And I thought, well, maybe he's missing their dogs, and he's had their dogs the whole time, and he was just looking for them. And I started thinking he's just breathing pretty heavy and stuff and whatnot. And I was like, oh, that's good. And then I got thinking, maybe he's 12. He's supposed to, his breed only lives like 8 years, according to the owner. So he's already 50% past his life expectancy. And I said, hey, whatnot, and finally got him. We headed inside, and he wouldn't calm down. He just kept breathing heavy, which he breathes heavy outside all the time anyway. But he wouldn't settle down. And I was cuddling with him and petting him and rubbing him and hugging him, and he wouldn't settle down and couldn't, just like, he'd take a deep breath every once in a while, and he just heavy breathing, like he was laboring his breath a lot. I was like, God damn it. So I basically eventually, at 11:30 or so, 11:15, I text the guy, and I'm like, hey man, not for nothing, I hate to take you up this late, but your dog's breathing has really kind of got me worried, concerned about it and whatnot. And then didn't hear back from him and stuff. So then hours later, I text him again and whatnot. I sent a third text that I just got the plane. I'm so sorry it took so long to answer and stuff, blah, blah. I said, hey, man, not a problem. I said, give me a call. Because I wanted to, a lot easier to talk than it is text. And I told him what's going on. I said, man, if it was my dog, I wouldn't take him to the vet at this age and stuff. He's not really in pain and whatnot. He's just heavy breathing kind of thing. I'll happily bring him to you tonight if you want to meet me. He goes, I'll drop my family off and I'll head out and pick you up. I said, I'll meet you at your place. That saves more time, and you can make your decision if you want to take him to the vet, whatever. And he's like, no, we'll figure it out, blah, blah. And then the dog started like whimpering. Everyone's like, it did like this weird cough and whimper thing. I was really concerned about him. And I said, screw it. I just packed up all this stuff. The dog ended up having diarrhea again, and it started frothing in the mouth real heavy. And it was really bad, like drooling and stuff real bad. I was concerned about him. So I just loaded him up in the truck. We took off for a little drive. Texted the guy and said, hey man, I'm on my way. Give me your address, I'll meet you there. And we got driving around, the dog started acting better. To the point a couple times I thought the dog had passed away on me, because he was all like just, calm and stuff, and he got to, breathe a little better and whatnot. And I set the windows down and set the cruise at like 27 miles an hour. We were just putting around, just getting a nice little breeze in there, and just the movement of the truck seemed to calm him down. And I was just like, okay, he's doing good. I'm just reaching back, petting the whole time, and he's just seeming content, he's chilling out. And I'm like, okay, maybe I overreacted, maybe it's not that big a deal, so on and so forth. And they're picking the dog up in the morning originally, so it's only at this point 7 hours early kind of thing, but 7 hours makes a difference sometimes. So I went ahead and I'm like, okay. Finally got a text from him, and then with his address, and said, we're over here. He's like, meet you at Walmart. I said, no, I'll just meet you at your house. No reason to move the dog from one vehicle to the next, and he's comfortable at the moment, so let's go there. So got to the house, got the dog out of the truck, talked to him a little bit, and they were happy I made the choice to meet him out there, because they wanted to be their dog. And I thought, well, he's had this dog for 12 years. Like he's 26, I think, or so. Definitely one of those things where I wanted him to be there. Maybe he could help calm the dog down. And basically chatted a little while. We talked about different things. I explained to him how he'd been doing great all this whole stay. And I thought, well, maybe it's just this longest stay I've watched the dog, and maybe the dog felt he kind of was abandoned because the rest of the dogs were gone and stuff. I don't know. We chatted, hanging stuff and whatnot. I headed back home. Took a nice little slow drive home, trying to clear my head, and just sucks. I just like, this is so tough. I think up to now still I've never gone back at that dog, thank goodness. This is the second dog I've had to contact the owners because they were doing really bad, and one of them cut their vacation a day short to come home. And then after they got home, the dog passed within like an hour and 10 minutes, like that was, from when they got here with their dog. Like the dog had held on for her to get back for that kind of thing. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's what we how we perceived it at the time. So I dropped the dog off them. I'm driving back and just kind of, like I said, trying to clear my head, just driving along nice and slow and just being peaceful and just ignoring, trying to just settle down a little bit because my heart was racing. I was so concerned. I miss this little dog. He's such a goofball. He's just an old dumb dog, but he's just so funny. And we were chilling out, so I got back to the house, went ahead, got a couple things done. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning now, and I get home finally, and I lay down, and basically I'm in the bedroom and stuff. It was probably, I don't know, about an hour later after I left the dog. It was about a half an hour drive home, but went ahead and dropped the dog off stuff. About an hour after I dropped the dog off, I got a text that said that he passed away. And I felt so horrible, because this guy just lost his dog. He's had since he was 14 years old, almost half his life he's had this dog. And it just sucks. And I said, is there anything I can do? I'm so sorry and stuff. If you need any help with anything and stuff, please let me know. And he sent me a text back saying, how much, he appreciate what I did do with him and stuff and the fact and whatnot. And he's an old dog and there's no, things happen. And he didn't suffer. It wasn't like he was whimpering and crying and in pain and stuff. So, well, there's nothing we could really do. And even they'd said probably wouldn't take him to the vet because it didn't seem, at this age, there's not much you can do for him. Keep him comfortable is really all you can do at this point. So just destroyed my heart, man. Just absolutely just wrecked my heart. And then I couldn't get to sleep because my brain was just going 90 mile an hour and it just sucks. I've had a few dogs that I've watched over the years that have since passed away, and it sucks. It really does, because I get to know these dogs pretty well, and some of them I don't care for that much. I'm like, yeah, I know that dog's gone, but like some of the dogs I don't know, they just have more personality. They're just better dogs, and this was one of them. It's just so quirky and so damn just like stubborn and just fun and just such a goofball. And I feel so bad for the poor guy. And I had that weird, that's what made me feel like, okay, my gut was right. I had to get this dog back to its owner as soon as I possibly could, because even at that time frame would have been that weird range of, if he was coming to the house and picking the dog up, it might have been already over when he got here, kind of thing. So it's one of the things that really sucks. But I felt like I was overreacting a little bit. Like he even said when he got the dog in the truck, the dog's not acting right, and he was concerned about it as well. So yeah, sucks. The dog, at least when it passed, it was with his family. It had people who truly loved that dog, and gave it a good life and all that good fun stuff that comes with dog life. That's one of the things that sucks about having dogs, is their lifespans are so short. We have to go through that loss. But I think one of the reasons they do have such short lifespan is because they love so unconditionally. Most dogs are just absolute, just beacons of joy, and I think sometimes I always talk about the good die young, and I think that's kind of how it comes in sometimes, is maybe you only have so many times enjoying your life, and then when you run out of joy, your heart stops and you've used up all your joys. And that's why dogs pass so quickly, is because they're using up all their joy so much faster than we do. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. Just lousy. It sucks, but it is what it is. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.